2002, Salt Lake City.
February the 8th, 2002, a capacity crowd of 52,000 gather in the Rice-Eccles Olympic Stadium to witness the opening of the 19th Olympic Winter Games. There'll be Jacques Rogge's first Games as the new president of the International Olympic Committee. The appearance of the American flag recovered from the rubble of the World Trade Center is a sharp reminder of the problem of security, just one of the many challenges facing him.
Ladies and gentlemen, the athletes of the 19th Olympic Winter Games.
After this somber interlude, the event erupts into jubilant celebration. Athletes gather from 77 nations.
The Go-Sheep Nation.
President George W. Bush opens the Games.
I declare open the Games of Salt Lake City, celebrating the Olympic Winter Games.
The theme of peace is underlined when Nobel Peace Laureates Lech Walesa and Archbishop Desmond Tutu help carry out the Olympic flag. Finally, America's 1980 gold medal-winning ice hockey team are given the honor of lighting the Olympic flame. The assembled athletes are then dispatched to spend the next 16 days in the pursuit of the motto of these games, light the fire within. The women's Nordic 15K freestyle will be the first medal contested. And what a contest it turns out to be. Italian veteran Stefania Belmondo breaks a ski pole with just over 4 kilometers to go. She continues on one pole until her coach finds her another. Belmondo produces a stunning finish to take her second Olympic gold. The classical queen, Bente Skari of Norway, prevents a Russian sweep of the medals with a stunning finishing kick for victory in the 10-kilometer classical. Russian women triumph 3 days later in the 5-kilometer free pursuit. Olga Danilova beats her teammate Larisa Lazutina by just 6.9 seconds. Lazutina had been hoping to secure her record-equaling 6th gold medal. In a new Olympic event, the 1.5-kilometer sprint, Yulia Chapelova confirms Russian cross-country expertise, taking the gold ahead of Germany's Evie Sackenbacher and Norway's Anita Moen. Two days later, all is not well in the Russian camp. On the morning of the women's 4x5K relay, Larisa Lazutina is disqualified when she fails a pre-race blood test. The entire Russian team withdraw from an event they dominated for the past 4 games. Germany succeeds Russia as Olympic champions. Norway and Switzerland claim the silver and bronze. On the final day of competition, Lazutina is once again at the centre of controversy. After she powers away to victory in the women's 30 kilometres, she and teammate Danilova are disqualified following the results of earlier out-of-competition drugs tests. Both athletes are allowed to keep their medals from previous races, but Lazutina is stripped of her 30-kilometre gold in favour of Italy's Gabriella Peruzzi. The stories in the men's cross-country echo the bittersweet fortunes of the women's. When race favourite Per Elofsson of Sweden pulls out of the men's 30k freestyle, attention turns to Johan Mühlegg, formerly of Germany. Mühlegg adopted Spanish citizenship 4 years ago after a dispute with the German Ski Federation. It seems the German Federation will rue the day, as Muleg brings home Spain's second ever winter gold medal. Despite an uncertain start, Muleg wins a second gold in the men's combined 5 days later. It proves impossible to separate Norway's Thomas Alsgaard and Frode Estel in second place. They're awarded joint silver. Muleg then adds a third gold medal with victory in the men's 50k classical race. But Muleg then tests positive for the same substance as Lazutina, and like the Russian, is stripped of his third gold medal. The golden boy of Spanish skiing leaves Salt Lake a little tarnished. Estonia wins its first Winter Olympic medals in the men's 15-kilometre classical event. Andrus Firpolu takes the gold, Jack May the bronze. Norway's Frode Estel claims the silver. The relay sees the customary rivalry between Italy and Norway. Neither Italy's Christian Zorzi nor Norway's Thomas Alsgaard appeared to want to take the lead on the final stretch of the course. Zorzi finally pulls ahead, only to see Alsgaard put in a finishing kick to claim the gold for Norway. In the inaugural 1.5-kilometre sprint, Zorzi is again beaten by a Norwegian and has to settle for bronze. Tor Arne Hetland claims the title for Norway ahead of Germany's Petter Schlickenrieder. In the men's biathlon, one man towers above the field. Norway's Ole Einar Bjørndalen captures a record-breaking 4 biathlon gold medals. He becomes only the third Winter Olympian to win 4 gold medals at the same games, alongside speed skaters Erik Heiden, who won 5, and Lydia Skoblikova. It's the 4th gold which Bjørndalen counts as the most precious, shared with his Norwegian teammates in the 7.5k relay. Women's biathlon is a much less one-sided affair. Despite dominating her sport over the past 5 seasons, Sweden's Magdalena Forsberg is seeking her first Olympic medal. She misses 2 targets in the 15k and has to settle for a bronze. Germany's Andrea Henkel takes the gold. Germany's Kathi Wilhelm takes the gold in the women's 7.5k sprint, and 3 days later goes on to take the silver in the 10k pursuit. Compatriot Uschi Diesel wins silver here. Forsberg needs a fast and furious finish to take her second bronze behind the Germans. Germany's second straight victory in the 4x7.5-kilometre relay gives Henkel, Wilhelm and Diesel their second medals of the Games. Diesel's gold brings her medal tally to 8 Olympic medals, increasing a record in women's biathlon. Norway takes the silver medal and Russia the bronze. The host nation has to wait 3 whole days before claiming its first gold medal. Snowboarder Kelly Clark rises high in the women's halfpipe and then steps to the top of the women's podium, flanked by France's Dorian Vidal and Fabienne Reutler of Switzerland. Huge crowds turn out to watch the men's halfpipe. After a shaky start, Ross Powers leads the USA to its first medal sweep in 46 years. His awe-inspiring run in the finals catapults him to first place. Compatriots Danny Cass and JJ Thomas ensure the USA take all 3 medals. When Alexander Meyer, younger brother of Alpine legend Hermann Meyer, crashes out of the men's parallel giant slalom, Switzerland's Philip Scott finds himself in the quarter-finals. Not bad for somebody who's qualified 15th out of a field of 16. The day gets even better for Scott. The outsider takes the gold medal, defeating Richard Richardson of Sweden in the final. Chris Klug of the USA defies even greater odds. In the year 2000, Klug had to have a liver transplant. Less than 2 years later, he powers his way to a courageous bronze medal. In the women's parallel slalom, French defending champion Karine Ruby only manages silver. Compatriot Isabelle Blanc takes the gold medal, Italy's Lydia Trettel the bronze. Figure skating poses some problems for new IOC president Jacques Rogge in the first week of the Games. In the pairs, Russia's Elena Bereshnaya and Anton Sikorolidze seem to overcome a multitude of recent problems, including suspension and injury, when they put on this stunning performance to take the lead after the short programme. Their performance in the free programme 2 days later could secure an 11th consecutive gold medal in this event for a Soviet or Russian pair. But Canadians Jamie Sale and David Pelletier hope to prevent that. Their free programme enchants the North American crowd. 5 of the 9 judges are not convinced. They award the gold to the Russians, silver to the Canadians.
5-8, 5-9, 5-8, 5-9, and 5.
The crowd is not pleased, and neither are the Canadians.
Representing the People's Republic
Chinese
of
pair
China,
Zhu Shen and Hongbao Xiao stay clear of the controversy in bronze medal position. No doubt, they're not the only ones happy to be out of the spotlight on this occasion. The Canadian delegation files an official complaint, accusing judges of being biased. An investigation leads to the suspension of French judge Marie-Rainer Laguna, who admits she'd been pressured to vote for the Russians. The IOC, bombarded by the media, discusses the issue with the International Skating Union and acts decisively.
After having discussed at length with Mr. Cinquanta yesterday afternoon, I convened an executive board meeting of the International Olympic Committee that was held this morning, and we received an official proposal from the International Skating Union to award a gold medal to Sale and Pelletier.
The matter is settled with a duplicate pair of gold medals for the relieved Canadians. However, with the short-term issue expediently resolved, the long-term problem of subjective and questionable judging remains. Russia's Alexei Yagodin's performance removes any hint of controversy in the men's individual competition. His short programme puts him in the lead from the outset. Compatriot Yevgeny Plushenko finishes his short programme in 4th place after this fall. However, the reigning world champion's performance in the free programme makes up enough ground to win him the silver medal. America's Tim Goebel, the quad king, lands 3 quadruple jumps and claims the bronze. Yagodin's free programme confirms his superiority. He scores 4 sixes for presentation. The remaining scores are all 5.9s. No other man has ever received more than 1 perfect mark in this event at an Olympic Games. French partners Marina Anissina and Gwendal Peiserat are leading the ice dance competition, entering their free programme. This reverse lift proves to be not only a crowd pleaser, but also persuades the judges that the French pair are worthy of a gold medal. Despite suffering a fall in their free dance, Barbara Fusapoli and Maurizio Moraglio recover sufficiently to win the bronze medal for Italy. Irina Lobacheva and husband Ilya Avabuk capture the silver medal, the 15th ice dance medal won by a Russian or Soviet couple since the discipline was introduced in 1976. Figure skating fans have been led to expect a showdown in the women's individual competition between Russia's Irina Slutskaya and American Michelle Kwan. Hoping to exorcise the ghosts of Nagano, where she lost the gold medal to rival Tara Lipinski, Kwan performs an exuberant routine to lead after the short programme. Slutskaya is just behind her in second place. But hidden by the rivalry between the two favourites lurks a surprise. Enter Sarah Hughes. The 16-year-old American comes from fourth position to take the lead after performing a technically perfect and artistically captivating long programme. Kwan makes two costly mistakes, which demotes her to bronze medal position. Slutskaya outskates Kwan, but seems tentative in her free programme. The judges award her the silver. In what appears to be a reciprocal reaction, the Russians file a protest. They ask for a second gold to be awarded to Slutskaya, claiming the results are further evidence of biased American judging, and threaten to withdraw from the Games. It proves to be difficult to convince many people that Sarah Hughes did not deserve a gold medal, and the protest is rejected. Skeleton Bob returns to the Olympic programme after an absence of 54 years. In a dramatic final run, American Jack Shea edges out world champion Martin Rettel of Austria to take the gold. Shea, a third-generation Olympian, celebrates the victory with an emotional tribute to his grandfather, who was America's oldest living Winter Olympian, before being killed in a car accident just 17 days before these Games began. It provides one of the most touching images of these Games. Triple World Cup champion Alex Coomber is expected to bring home Great Britain's first gold of the Games when she takes to the ice in the inaugural women's skeleton competition. As she scrapes the wall on her first run, it looks as though that hope will not be fulfilled. American Tristan Gale, who's never placed higher than 8th in a World Cup, outpaces the opposition to claim a surprise gold, just a 1/10 of a second in front of her teammate Anne Parsley. An impressive second run by Coomber brings the consolation of bronze, Britain's first medal of the Games. The ice of the curling rink finally brings Great Britain Olympic gold. The women's curling team defeats Switzerland 4-3. With the score deadlocked at 3-all, Rona Martin and her team, all hailing from Scotland, the birthplace of the sport, give Britain its brightest Winter Olympic moment since Torvill and Dean skated to victory in Sarajevo 18 years ago. The following day in the men's competition, Canada's skip Kevin Martin needs to edge out the Norwegian opposition with his final stone for victory.
We need a piece. We need a piece. We need a piece. Come. Hard line. We need a piece. Hard line. Hard.
He just fails. Norway win 6-5. Switzerland took the bronze. The Grizzly course at Snowbasin provides a spectacular stage for the men's downhill. Stefan Eberharter, favoured to win the gold for Austria, sets the pace. Next up to race, compatriot Fritz Strobel, Al Sim, bettering his time by 0.28 of a second with a seemingly faultless run. Norway's Lasse Schus then shunts Eberharter into the bronze medal position and takes the silver. Strobel's gold helps ensure the continuation of Austrian Alpine dominance, despite the absence of double gold medalist Hermann Maier, who suffered a motorcycle accident last year. Norway's Kjetil André Amott has an eye on the history books as he prepares for the men's combined. A medal here will make him the most decorated Alpine skier ever. American Bodie Miller, hotly tipped to upset the Europeans, comes close to losing control and finishes the downhill stage in 15th position. Lasse Schus enters the first slalom stage, 0.18 of a second behind countryman Amott, while Benjamin Reich keeps Austria in contention in third. In the second slalom stage, Miller, having moved back up to 5th place, completes an incredible run to occupy first position. The home crowd loves it. Now the pressure is on the Norwegian. Amott flies down the slopes towards his first gold medal of these games, a result which will take his overall Olympic Alpine medal tally to a total of 6, more than that of skiing legends Vreni Schneider, Katja Seisinger and Alberto Tomba. His place in the history books is assured. Miller celebrates his first Olympic medal, a silver. Benjamin Reich of Austria wins the bronze. 3 days later, Amott adds to his medal collection with another gold in the men's Super G. That's a total of 17 Olympic and World Championship medals. Amott's performance denies Austria's Eberharter his first gold of the Games by just 1/10 of a second. His compatriot, Andreas Schieferer, takes the bronze. The giant slalom is Eberharter's last opportunity for a gold medal in what he says will be his last Olympics. In a fitting finale, Eberharter succeeds his absent young compatriot Hermann Maier as the Olympic champion. In doing so, he becomes the oldest man to win an Alpine Olympic gold. With another late comeback, Bodie Miller claims the silver. Norway's Lasse Schus wins bronze. The slalom completes the men's Alpine programme. Frenchman Jean-Pierre Vidal provides the first surprise of the day, taking the lead ahead of Bodie Miller on the first run. As the course literally hots up on the second run, more surprises are in store. Britain's Alan Baxter finds himself in contention for a medal. Bodie Miller fails to adapt to the changing conditions, losing his footing and his grip on a third medal. Fidel's cautious second run is just enough to secure him the gold ahead of compatriot Sebastian Amiez. Alan Baxter's bronze medal, Britain's first ever Olympic medal on snow, completes his nation's highest Winter Olympic medal tally since 1936. High winds delay the start of the women's Alpine events. There's a wind of change blowing through the first race of the women's downhill. France's Carole Montier dedicates her run to the memory of Regine Cavanu, a teammate who died in training earlier in the season. Performance is a fitting tribute. Montier sets a time of 1 minute 39.56. She then looks on as the rest of the field fail to match her time. Isolde Kostner of Italy comes closest to claim the silver medal, closely followed by Austrian Renate Goertzel. Montier becomes France's first female Olympic downhill champion. It's been a day for a new beginning and one to remember the past. The wind is still blowing across Utah 2 days later. The women's combined is reorganized to start with the slalom instead of the downhill. 2001 World Cup title holder Janica Kostelic of Croatia has spent the previous year recovering from extensive knee surgery. Recovery appears to be complete as she dominates the first two slalom runs. Renate Goertzel of Austria aims to topple Kostelic on the downhill run. She clocks the fastest time but later complains that the section is too short for the downhillers to gain the necessary time on the slalom specialists. She seems to be right. Kostelic's time on the downhill is enough to retain her lead and secure Croatia's first ever Olympic medal. Goertzel's downhill dominance wins her the silver medal. The bronze goes to Germany's Martina Oertel. In the women's Super G, Kostelic is denied a second gold by Italy's Daniela Ceccarelli. Ceccarelli has never won a major international race. She takes the lead with a time of 1 minute 13.59 seconds. Kostelic does everything she can to better that, but falls short by just 0.05 of a second and has to settle for a silver medal. Ceccarelli's teammate, Karen Putzer, takes the bronze. Day 13 turns out to be very unlucky for some on the women's slalom course. Adverse weather turns the run into a rodeo ride. Janica Kostelic, the rapidly emerging star of Salt Lake, carefully picks her route to claim her second gold and third medal of the Games. France's Laura Pequeno wins the silver medal, and Anja Persson claims Sweden's first ladies slalom medal with the bronze. The final women's Alpine event, the giant slalom, presents Janica Kostelic with the possibility of a third gold medal. She seizes the opportunity. Her victorious run secures her place in Olympic history. The Croatian sensation becomes the first woman to win 3 Alpine gold medals and the first to win medals in all 4 Alpine disciplines at a single Games. Germany's Georg Hackl, already the most successful luger in history, is hoping to become the first Winter Olympian to win 4 consecutive golds. At the last Games in Nagano, Hackl became the first in the history of his sport to record the best time in each of the 4 Olympic runs, defeating his opponents by more than half a second. But here, the competition is tougher, and his dream slides just out of reach as Italy's Armin Zogler completes a flawless 4th and final run to take the gold. Hackl does, however, enter the history books with a record 5 consecutive Winter Olympic medals as he holds off long-time Austrian rival Markus Prock to win the silver. Silke Otto last appeared at the Albertville Olympics in 1992 but failed to win a medal. Here she leads a German 1-2-3 finish in the women's luge. Barbara Neidenhuber, whose neighbour, a certain Georg Hackl, helped build her luge, wins her 2nd silver in as many Olympics. And defending Olympic champion Silke Kraushaw completes the German sweep with a bronze. Germany continues to dominate in the doubles event. Patrick Fritz Leitner and Alexander Resch set a new track record to take the gold. American teams take silver and bronze. Since the Sapporo Games in 1972, 19 of the 24 two-man bobsleigh medals have gone to either Swiss or German teams. Salt Lake City is not about to flout tradition. Only the final run will decide whether Germany or Switzerland takes the gold. Germany's Christoph Langen pilots his bob to snatch victory from Switzerland 1 by just 9/100ths of a second. Women's bobsleigh makes its debut at the Games. Both German teams are tipped to win medals, having won every World Cup race between them this season. Germany 1 emerges the faster of the two, but is beaten to the gold medal by Jill Bakken and Vanetta Flowers of USA 2, the less fancied of the 2 American teams. Flowers becomes the first black athlete to win gold in a Winter Games. It's also America's first Olympic bobsleigh medal since 1956. Olympic debutante André Lange steers Germany 2 to gold in the 4-man bob, further tightening his country's stranglehold on this event. America again shows it's a growing force, with US teams taking silver and bronze. Pre-competition speculation in ski jumping focused on 2 men, Poland's Adam Malysz and Germany's Sven Hannawald. Malysz's final jump on the normal hill temporarily places him in line for the gold, until Hannawald leaps ahead with his final jump of the competition. But a little-known Swiss athlete, Simon Ammann, who leads after the first round, is yet to jump. Ammann, who's not finished higher than 26th in a major competition, soars beyond the opposition to produce a major upset and take his first Olympic gold medal. 3 days later, Ammon reproduces his breathtaking form on the large hill, joining Finland's Matti Näikinen as the only men to have won gold on both hills at a single Games. In the team event, Martin Schmidt suffers an agonising wait to hear whether his final jump has given Germany the gold over Finland. The result is confirmed. Germany has won by the slimmest margin in Olympic history. Slovenia takes its only medal of the Games with the bronze.
The Germans have taken the lead by 1/10 of a point over Finland.
The total dominance of Sampo Lajunen ensures Finland's preeminence in the Nordic combined. His teammate Jarkko Talus leaps into the lead on the normal hill, and then Lajunen's performance in the ski race earns him his first gold. Six days later, he anchors the Finns to the team relay title. And sporting a new hairstyle in the inaugural 7.5-kilometre sprint, Lajunen completes his golden trio. The venue for speed skating at the Games is the Utah Olympic Oval. The Oval is the highest indoor skating rink in the world. Altitude means speed and new world records, 8 of them to be precise. Dutchman Joachim Eijtenhagen is the first skater to rewrite the history books, shattering the world record in the men's 5,000 metres, set only 20 minutes earlier by American Derek Parra. "13 days later, he does it again, smashing through the 13-minute mark in the 10,000 metres. Parra turns the tables on Eijtenhagen in the 1500, when he betters Eijtenhagen's world record of only an hour earlier. The women are also quick. Germany's Claudia Pechstein claims 2 world records, the 3,000 metres and the 5,000. 5,000 metres is Pechstein's 7th Olympic medal and her 3rd consecutive gold in this event, placing her alongside American Bonnie Blair as the only speed skaters to win the same event at 3 consecutive Games. Compatriot Annie Friesinger, whose mother skated for Poland at the 1976 Games, claims the 1,500-metre world record. Teammate Sabine Volker wins the silver, her 3rd medal of these Games. Records also fall to less likely contenders. Holland's Gerard van der Velde gave up his sport in 1998 to sell cars because he couldn't adapt to the new slap skates. He returns at Salt Lake and wins his first Olympic gold in world record time. And American Chris Whitty, who was diagnosed in January with mononucleosis, a virus causing extreme tiredness, even surprises herself when she set the new world record in the 1,000 metres. The remaining 2 events are no less exciting. In the men's 500 metres, Canadian favourite Jeremy Wotherspoon crashes out on the first day, leaving American Casey Fitz-Randolph in the lead. Despite an unnerving moment on the last run, Fitz-Randolph maintains his lead to claim the gold ahead of the world record holder Hiroyasu Shimizu of Japan. Katrina Lemay-Doan gives the Canadian crowds something to cheer with her victory in the women's 500 metres, picking up a new Olympic record along the way. It's her 2nd consecutive gold medal in the event. Spectators of short-track speed skating witnessed their fair share of history-making action. In the semi-final of the women's 1,500 metres, South Korean Choi Young-kyung sets a new world record, then takes the silver medal behind compatriot Ko Gi-hyun, who becomes the youngest athlete to win an Olympic individual short-track gold medal. In the 500 metres, Yang Yang A, so called to differentiate from her namesake and compatriot Yang Yang S, brings home China's first Winter Olympic gold medal since joining the Winter Games in 1992. Wang Chunlu adds a bronze to that collection. Yang Yang A and Yang Yang S repeat the feat in the women's 1,000 metres, winning gold and bronze respectively. Ko Gi-hyun claims the silver. The final of the men's 1,000 metres provides one of the most memorable moments of these games. On the final bend, the four leading competitors collide to leave the way clear for straggler Stephen Bradbury. The Australian successfully negotiates the mayhem to capture his country's first ever Winter Olympic gold medal in 66 years of competition. America's Apollo Anton Ono enterprisingly slides a skate over the line for the silver medal, and Mathieu Turcotte of Canada recovers quickest to get the bronze. Ono, skating with 6 stitches in his thigh from that pile-up, finishes second again in the 1,500 metres, but is awarded the gold medal after Korea's Kim Dong-sung is disqualified for obstruction. Furious, the Koreans accuse Ono of play acting and reignite the argument over biased judging towards North American athletes at these games. A reversal of fortune sees Ono disqualified after a clash with Japan's Toro Tarao in the 500 metres. Canadian skaters Marc Gagnon and Jonathan Gilmet take gold and silver ahead of American Rusty Smith. Smith's fall in the men's 5,000 metre relay leaves the USA out of medal contention. The event gives Marc Gagnon his 5th Olympic medal as his team wins gold. And South Korea earns its 3rd consecutive Olympic winter gold in the women's 3,000 metre relay in record time, with China and Canada repeating their performances from Nagano, winning the silver and bronze respectively. In women's moguls, Japan's Tai Satoya arrives confident of repeating her gold medal performance from Nagano, but must settle for the bronze this time. It's Kari Tra of Norway who succeeds her, producing a fast, furious and technically perfect final run to claim the gold. Reigning Olympic gold medalist Johnny Moseley impresses his home crowd with this dinner roll move in the men's moguls. Unfortunately, the judges aren't so easily pleased, and Moseley finishes in a disappointing 4th place. Finland's Jano Lahtela puts on a breathtaking performance as he hurtles down the course to claim this year's gold. Travis Mayer of USA and Richard Gay of France take silver and bronze respectively. In the qualifying round of the women's aerials, Evelyn Liu of Switzerland performs this incredible world record-breaking move. A triple flip with 3 full twists, only ever attempted by 2 women. Sadly, her form is short-lived and she drops to 11th place in the final. Elisa Camplin from Australia leaps into 1st place with a succession of impressive jumps in the final. Favourite Ala Supa of Belarus misses her landing and drops out of contention. Canadians Veronica Brenner and Deidre Dion are left with the silver and bronze medals, and an amazed and ecstatic Camplin finds herself with the gold medal, Australia's second of these and any Winter Olympic Games. Alice Valentra of the Czech Republic performs this 5-twist triple backflip to stake his claim for the gold medal. The jump had never before been landed in an Olympic Games. Joe Pack of the USA then moves into second place with this impressive move, swapping places with world champion Alexei Grishin from Belarus, who drops to third. The only man who can change these standings is Eric Bergust, leader after the first round, but he'll need a very special jump to eclipse Valenta. It's a risk he's prepared to take and lose. His fall leaves the top three unchanged as he finishes 12th among the 12 finalists. The women's ice hockey teams from Canada and the USA are no strangers. They've faced each other in every World Championship ever held and in the last Olympic final in Nagano. Here in the final, Canada have much to avenge, having lost the last 8 North American face-offs. That proves incentive enough. 3-2 ahead, they hold off the US to revel in their long-awaited victory. In the third place playoff, Sweden beat their Nordic rivals Finland to claim the bronze. The male counterparts, on the other hand, will return to Sweden under a cloud of shame. Favourites to win gold here, they're the victims of one of the biggest upsets of these games, and they lose to Belarus, who progress to the semi-finals in their place. Canada interrupt Belarus's lofty ambitions in the semis and go on to face the USA in the final. America, meanwhile, beat Russia in their semi, billed as a replay of the US miracle on ice exactly 22 years earlier. In a hugely hyped climax to these Olympics, Wayne Gretzky's Canadian team defeats the USA 5-2 to celebrate its first Olympic title in exactly 50 years. Russia, in a more one-sided affair, defeat Belarus in the bronze medal playoff. When competition is complete, Germany tops the medals table with 12 gold and a record 35 medals overall. The host nation has performed better than at any previous Winter Olympic Games. China finally struck gold. And Croatia, Australia and Estonia all found their first medals. In the closing ceremony, athletes from all nations join in the final festivities. Judging disputes and drug bans become distant memories as an air of international celebration fills the stadium. In a time of extreme global tensions, the Games have fulfilled one of the most important tenets of Olympic philosophy, and IOC President Jacques Rogge is keen to acknowledge this.
Athletes, we admired your great performances. We were thrilled by your spirit of fair play and brotherhood. Keep this flame alight. Promote the Olympic dream in new countries. You are the true ambassadors of the Olympic values.
As these games draw to a close, It's time to look forward to the games of the 20th Winter Olympiad in Turin in 2006 and to reflect on the 17 days of striving, triumph and excellence that's gone before.
La Grande-Bretagne.
Great Britain.
As Great Britain's Winter Olympic team enters the Rice-Eccles Stadium in Salt Lake City for the opening ceremony of the 19th Winter Games, the medal expectations of a nation are at best modest. By the closing ceremony some 17 days later, the team will secure Britain's best medal haul for 66 years. But it will be day 13 before the team registers on the medals table. Alex Kumba, Britain's only world #1 ranked winter athlete, faces intense media pressure and unfavourable snow conditions in the skeleton bob. The RAF officer is the favourite in one of the game's most dangerous events. Kumba makes light of the difficult conditions by recording 52.48 seconds on her first run. It's enough for second placing, behind Tristan Gale of the United States. Later, Leanne Parsley, also of the United States, pushes Kumba back into third. The conditions continue to conspire against Kumba as she prepares for her second and final run. 52.89 seconds gives her a combined time of 1 minute 45.37 and a bronze medal, Britain's first medal of the Games.
The bronze medalist, representing Great Britain, Alex Coomer.
There's more British glory in curling as the women's team becomes improbable semi-finalists by surviving 2 tie-break showdowns following the preliminaries. A near impossible task in their semi-final showdown is to beat gold medal favourites and reigning Olympic champions Canada. By the 7th of 10 ends, the teams are tied at 3-all. To close out the end, British skip Rona Martin sends her stone into the house to give Britain a 2-stone lead. Canada fight their way back through the next 2 ends, levelling the score at 5-all with just 1 end remaining.
Whoa. Yes. Yep. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa. Shot. Kelly.
Remarkably, with 1 Canadian stone in the scoring area, Britain's final stone of the match, known as the hammer, will determine which nation goes through to the gold medal match. Cool under pressure, Rona Martin displaces the Canadian stone and gives Great Britain a 6-5 victory. Suddenly, the nation focuses on the ice sheet at Ogden, Utah, and on 5 women from Scotland.
Second, Fiona McDonald. Third, Debbie Knox. Skip, Rona Martin.
Facing their preliminary round conquerors Switzerland, Great Britain takes a 2-1 lead at the close of the 5th end.
Yep. Yep. Quick. Whoa. Yeah.
Rona Martin's delivery takes out a Swiss stone, leaving 2 British scoring stones. By the 7th end, and still a stone down, the Swiss team are under pressure.
Backline! Backline! Hack! Hack! Oh, God, back! Oh. Back, back, back! Oh. Oh. Oh, oh, oh. Okay, I see. 1 yellow.
The British women have a 2-stone lead, and with just 3 ends left to play, a glimmer of gold. But the Swiss score over the next 2 ends to level the match. Just 2 deliveries remain in the final end. Switzerland have the penultimate delivery.
Zwickli. Ja! Hurry! Hurry! Ja! What's that meaning?
Britain now faces a Swiss stone in a scoring position and just 1 delivery to take it out. Rona Martin to deliver the hammer for gold.
Yep, right.
Britain wins its first gold medal at the Winter Games since Jane Torville and Christopher Dean in 1984. But there's more Olympic glory to come. Prior to the start of the men's slalom, Britain have never won an alpine skiing Olympic medal. The form of 34th ranked Alan Baxter gives little indication he's about to change that. The 28-year-old Scot completes his first run on the difficult Deer Valley course in a credible 8th place, behind leading Frenchman Jean-Pierre Vidal. The warm weather on the mountain is making the conditions treacherous as the competitors try to negotiate a melting slalom course. Alan Baxter starts 8th down the second run. Incredibly, Baxter catapults himself from 8th to 3rd.
The bronze medalist representing Great Britain, Alan Baxter.
Baxter's bronze medal and a glorious Olympic Winter Games for Great Britain. A 3-medal haul, Britain's greatest success since 1936.